Hi, this is Mark from LongIslandWatch.com, and no, you did not win a prize, despite what somebody in the comments, appearing to be me, might tell you. Today we are checking out a world premiere of sorts. This might be one of the first videos on it on YouTube, which is pretty amazing for me. It is the Marathon Steel Navigator. The Steel Navigator was first introduced by Marathon back in 1986. It was a watch that was developed in conjunction with Kelly Air Force Base. Over the years, the Navigator morphed into this kind of fiber composite case watch with date, without date, different colors, very comfortable, lightweight field watch. But recently, Marathon decided to bring back the Steel Navigator, and that's what we are going to be talking about today. Marathon, mostly known for making tritium-based watches, your G-SAR, T-SAR, C-SAR, all your other SARs, the medium SARs, those real heavy-duty search and rescue watches. But there is a whole other side of them that makes these smaller, more general watches, much like the general purpose quartz or general purpose mechanical watches that are delivered under DoD contract, U.S. Department of Defense contract, complete with NSNs, national stock numbers and stuff. So the government can order them. They're qualified to mill standards and all this other good stuff. We'll check them out. For my own wrist check, I am sporting, well, on one wrist I have my Islander ISL 18. I'm pretty sure this is still the top-selling Islander of all time, but enough on that. On the other wrist is my Marathon Steel Navigator, the watch we are here to discuss. So let's turn the camera around, check it out in detail, and see what it's all about. Okay, so here we go. We are getting into the, what I call the Marathon Steel Navigator, what they call the SS Nav D. This is a little manual that comes with. If you've been a Marathon customer in the past, you will know that their packaging has been, well, on the bigger watches, their packaging is fine, but things included inside, not so much. You know, no manual, no warranty card, all that stuff. But they're changing their ways. I would say kind of premiering with this one, a nice manual. They can have warranty, authenticity cards, all that stuff that, you know, people look for. And I don't know if Marathon is kind of born out of military watches where that stuff was not necessary or important at all. But you know, obviously now they're coming more mainstream, I would say, with the retail customer as opposed to the government customer. The packaging does make a difference. So it's the SS Nav D. Canadian design, so Marathon is indeed a Canadian company, but they do manufacture their watches. You'll see at the bottom of the dial, they are Swiss made. The watches are made in Switzerland. As I mentioned in the opening, the watch is part of Marathon's on the QPL, the qualified supplier list for the U.S. Department of Defense, many other defense departments all around the world. So it gets its own national stock number if it's ordered by a government agency, kind of like that's the number that they would use for the most part. So I just want to flip open really quick. There's a quick note, and you can pause it and read this nice little message about the watch and some cool stuff about it. But this is the watch that we're talking about today. Model number is, you won't order it by the NSN, you'll order it by the model number, WW194013-GG, and then dash, this is 0103. There's like 2 or 3 different varieties, mostly based on what strap you get it on. I chose to get mine on the DEFSTAN nylon strap, or Defense Standard nylon strap. It's a 20 millimeter strap, but it's just the webbing, the stitching, the hardware, everything about it is really, really nice. And speaking of the hardware, you know, it matches the case, and you will see right off the bat that this is a blasted steel case. More than blasting, the finish, new statement to me, but I think those of us, or those of you who are into knives and guns will know what it is. Parkerizing or parkerized finish. I call it blasted, but it's also a certain process they use to bring out a certain, I guess, sheen or texture of the material. Marathon, let's go. It is a 41 millimeter diameter watch. A beautiful asymmetric case. See how, look at the left, look at the right where the crown comes out. Really nice, very comfortable case. Tapers great at the lugs. It's 11 millimeters thick to a flat sapphire crystal. There is no AR on the crystal. It is 48 millimeters on the lug tip to lug tip. You will notice holes in the lugs. Generally, or typically in the past, on a lot of these navigators and GPMs, GPQs and stuff, the lug bars were fixed, or they were basically pressed in pins that you did not take out. No, these are spring bars. So you can take off these spring bars and you could put on a two-piece leather strap, a two-piece rubber strap, slip it off, put on one of the elastic straps that we happen to sell, another nylon strap, whatever you want. So it actually uses spring bars. Let's say the crystal is sapphire. There's no AR on the crystal. Helps bring out the true dial color, that true black. And plus, since it is flat, you won't get much in the way of bad reflection. It is water resistant to 100 meters. It is a screw down crown, so you have to unscrew it to set the time. Obviously, it's going to hack. One click out will change the date. The date is located conveniently between the 4 and 5 o'clock position, and it is I just mentioned it. It's a screw down crown. The bezel itself is bi-directional. So it is a dual time bezel. Let's see. So let's say you had a friend that lives a time zone 5 hours ahead of you. So if I just put the 5 at the 12, and I read the time off the bezel, it is 7:44 wherever they live. By me right now, it's 2:44. By them, it's 7:44. That's how you use a dual time bezel. Let's see. What else is important about this watch? Battery hatch. Might as well take off the strap now, or just kind of weed it off a little bit, unweave it, if you will. See, spring bars, got them? Okay, so the watch is powered by a Swiss-made ETA F06.412 high torque movement. So it will require battery changes every few years, but you don't have to take the whole case back off. You put a nickel in there, or a dull knife, you twist it, quarter turn counterclockwise or whatever, and open it up, swap out the battery, put a new one in. You don't have to worry about getting it serviced or re-water checked or anything. I do have, it's lint from the strap. It looks like hair, but it's not. Let's see. It's a 3-joule quartz movement. Has an end-of-life indicator. So at when the battery does indeed get low, which of course it will at some point, the seconds hand will tick in 4-second increments, alerting you to the fact that, hey, you should change me before I go dead on you and can't display the time. What I dug about this strap, which I thought was very interesting, is that the keepers are different thicknesses or different heights. This keeper is thinner than this keeper, such that when you put the watch on, you have the overhang. The overhang skips this keeper and goes into this keeper. And we'll get into that when I try the watch on. I did say it's 20mm strap. Hardware matches the case. So probably one of the most important things about being marathon is the use of tritium tubes as the light source when the lights go low. So tritium tubes are based on radioluminescence. Inside each of these glass tubes on the hands and the glass tubes on the dial is a little bit of tritium gas. It's an isotope of hydrogen. If I move the hands, you will see that we have H3 written on the left and a little radiation symbol on the right. So a little bit of gas, and it's radioactive. Has a half-life of about 12 years. So roughly after like 20 years or so, the tubes remain a little bit, probably too dim for your eyes to see, but we've got time for that. So during the decay process of the radioactive material inside, it releases a little package of energy. Those packages of energy collide with the inside of the glass tube that's coated with a phosphorescent coating, energizes phosphorescent coating, creates visible light for your eyes to see. There was also a little vial on the bezel at the 12 o'clock position, so you can get your orientation in low light as well. Center it up for you. So we'll turn down the lights and we will check out tritium loveliness in a minute. I think that's all the specs for the most part. The only thing I did not go over is price. $830 on the DEFSTAN strap. Our web price as of filming this right now is $747. We're allowed to do about 10% off. So $747 for the watch. Swiss made, designed in Canada, Navigator, no nonsense, awesome watch. Oh wait, I didn't mention the weight. I did weigh them. 80 grams or so on the strap. So even being a stainless steel, it's still fairly lightweight. So I will try it on for you, of course. I want to show you a couple things though. Here's where I am on that DEFSTAN strap. So I'm a 6.5, 6 3/4 inch wrist. This will go down to like a 5.5 or so, I would say. Look at that beautiful buckle and the writing on it. gorgeously done, beautiful hardware. So I had mentioned that the keepers are different heights. So this bottom keeper is a little bit wider than the top keeper. So when I feed the strap in, give me a second, I apologize if I'm getting in the way. Okay, I cannot feed it back through this one because it's too thin. It goes over it and back down the bottom one. Give it a little bit of a yank, and there you go. Over time, it'll crease up on you over here, and it'll give you a better fit, but really fits me very well. I've been wearing it for a while now. It is quite comfortable. Very easy to tell the time. The Arabics on the dial are, you know, just make everything just a breeze to check out. Love the case. The tapering of the lugs is fantastic. Asymmetric case is just weird to me. It's weird to look at, but it simply works. The crown is kind of buried in it. See the crown all the way? The crown's kind of buried. It just looks, it looks amazing. Let's see let's see what it looks like when the lights go out. So there you go. You can easily see it glows. It glows very well. You have the orientation dot at the 12 in the orange tube, and then you do have, as I said, there is a tritium marker on the bezel, so you can kind of mark where your 0 time is if you wanted to use it as more of a, I guess in the dark, as a 60-minute timer or whatever, rather than a dual time bezel, because the rest of the bezel does not illuminate. I guess good time to say that the bezel itself, well, the bezel itself is steel, and then the insert itself, I forgot, it's either aluminum or steel, but it's certainly not ceramic. And I think that's going to do it. That's going to wrap it up. So this has been Mark from LongIslandWatch.com showing you the Marathon Stainless Steel Navigator with date. Please like the video if you enjoyed it. Subscribe to the channel if you have not done so. Questions, comments, concerns, if you have any. Anything you might want to say, put it down below. I'll be sure to address it as soon as I can. Thank you very much for watching. Bye-bye.